everyone, welcome to part 2 of the most epic estate sale haul of my life. If you haven't watched part 1, pause the video, go down in the description box, click the link, and watch that epic haul. So I bought so many things at this estate sale, like 50 items, I'm not even kidding. That's why I had to split it into 2 videos. So this video I have more art, I have more brass, I have decorative boxes, I have old world treasures. It really was an epic estate sale. Before we jump into the haul, in case you're new here, I'm Andi. I'm a vintage home decor reseller and I sell primarily on Etsy and then also direct on Instagram. I'm actually gonna be doing an in-person market coming up in a few weeks, so I'm sourcing a lot for that, and then I'm gonna get my first antique booth in April. So to give you some quick background on the sale, it was absolutely incredible. It was filled from floor to ceiling. I stood in line for 3 hours to get in, and it was definitely worth the wait. I got so many cool pieces, and so I can't wait to show you all the stuff that I got because this person had a house full of really, really good stuff. So we're gonna kick things off with the brass. So I picked up this candelabra because it was $9.50, and I sell these like crazy. They're beautiful, stunning pieces, obviously in a centerpiece, perfect. But on a mantle, I mean, they're just so versatile and people love that old world look right now, so I had to get it, especially for $9.50. It has a lot of really good wear and patina that kind of adds to the charm, so when I saw it, I had to bring it home. I actually got a ton of brass candlesticks. That sale had them for so reasonable, like better than thrift store prices. I will pan around some of the other like more generic ones that I picked up that I usually make sets in my Etsy shop, like eclectic sets. This one I'll sell on my own, probably at the market that I'm doing, because it is a little bit more ornate and and it will stand out in a candle set, like compared to kind of like the more streamlined generic candles. But this one was British made, which I thought, it has the stamp down the bottom, which I thought was really special. It was $8.50, so this was like the most I paid for any one candle, but I just thought it was so pretty. My husband's from the UK, and so anything that's, you know, from the UK, also I'm like, oh, he needs to come home with me because, you know, reminds me of my husband's country. So anyways, I had to pick this up because it was so pretty. So keep it on like the gold train. I also got these really cute frames. Like this one was only $1.50 in metal. I just adore these. I think they're so cute. I can't say no to a small frame. And then this one was $12.50, and it's heavy, it's metal, it's like that really pretty ornate brass. I thought it was stunning. I mean, it has like the old, you know, brown felting on the back, so you definitely know it's an old piece. I thought it was really pretty. I don't come across these that reasonable, like $12.50 I thought was really good. So I'm not sure exactly, probably gonna do this at a market and not put it on Etsy, but if it's something that you want, like anything that I show you today that's not like, you know, up on my site, on my Etsy shop, like right away, you know, if you want it, you know, let me know. And I can get it listed. I'm definitely, to be honest, a little behind on my listing right now because I've been sourcing so much. So too much sourcing, not enough listing. But I thought these were really stunning, so I had to bring them home. I had a lot of really weird impulse buys at this sale. I don't know what came over me. It was $10, but I just thought it was really, really pretty. You guys know me and brass. It's actually an old like makeup container, and I'm assuming this is where cigarettes would have gone. You guys who lived through the era and like, you know, smoked or knew people that smoked, is this where the cigarettes went? I'm assuming that's where they went. But I love that it has like the original little poof poof for your face. The makeup is gone, thank God, because it probably would have smelled terrible. And I'm assuming like your little lipstick would have gone in there. But I just thought it was so pretty, and for $10, I have not done research on whether or not this alone is something that's collectible, but I thought for styling on, you know, on a surface, it's just a really pretty like pop of glam. So that's why I got it. So I'm not sure where I'm gonna be selling this. I gotta do a little bit of research. I do know that like vintage makeup stuff can be popular, but I have never done any research on it. So if that's something that you sell, let me know in the comments and let me know how it does, because I'm very, very curious. So another brass piece that I picked up, which is for the holidays, and I hate holding on to holiday stuff this like far in the year. You know, we're in March when this video drops, so I'm just like, I have to hold this all the way to like December, but it was $5. I thought it was really pretty. So it's a beautiful wreath with a bell. And it just like would look stunning on a wall in your like Christmas decor. And it's largely in really good shape. And I'm surprised I was able to bring it home and none of these were super like bent and broken, because I mean, this sucker is about as delicate as it gets. So for $5, I had to get it. And this is one of the pieces I was actually kind of excited to bring home because I've never seen a little wreath like this. I had a big one last year, but this is the first like teeny tiny one I've ever found. So most of the pieces in this haul are probably gonna be for sale. The one thing that definitely is not is this Mary little ceramic statue. I thought she was stunning. She has like all this gold detailing and she's actually like this beautiful terracotta color. It was only $2. How? I mean, this type of stuff, like religious stuff like this is very like popular and I still can't believe I actually scored it. It's actually from Italy because you can see down below it says Italy. And I just thought it was so beautiful. I mean, her face is lovely. I collect these, so that's why this one's for me. One of my reselling friends who also collects these, she was there and she didn't grab it. I meant to ask her, I'm like, did you see this and pass on it or did I like scoop it up before you? So I'll have to ask her, but I thought this was stunning for $2 and it's gonna be in my collection. Some fun ceramics I picked up were these awesome hands. So these are like bud vases. You could put a little flower in. I thought they were so stunning. Usually when I find these out at an antique mall or somewhere, they're used to actually like put jewelry on and they're never for sale, which I'm like, oh, I really like that. Now I'm not going to keep these. This one actually came from California. It has stamping on the bottom. And this one is, oh, Japan. So this one has Japan. So actually they all have stamping on the bottom, which is incredible. Usually these are just kind of like these generic things. But I thought these were really cute. These will probably go to the market that I'm doing because I think they would do well there. This one in particular is like, it has this like more pearly finish. This one's like shiny. And I don't know, the fingers on it are even better, like a little bit more detailed. This is gonna be hard to sell. Now, one of my very favorite vintage resellers to follow, the White Pepper Vintage. I will put her handle on the screen. If you guys aren't following her, you should, because she has like incredible kitschy vintage stuff. She's just a master curator. She has a hand collection that I've always envied. And so I do have a few hands now. I do not have a white hand like this. I'm kind of committed to selling it, but I have a feeling if I style it next to my other hands, I may want to keep it. So I'm going to try not to. I'm going to try not to stay on the selling train mindset, but I saw these and they were each $5 a piece, so I had to get them. So another thing for me is this super ornate, teeny tiny, that's how small it is, that you can see my eye through it. Sorry, that was probably like really weird. I feel like I need to get like a picture of that. I'll just screenshot that for my thumbnail. Like Thrifter gets real weird during her haul video. Anyways, I thought this was stunning. It was only 50 cents, people. 50 cents. And I just like the small opening is incredible to me because you could have the cutest, teeny tiniest little piece of art in this huge ornate frame, and it's just such an interesting way to display art. Like the ornateness with that. So anyways, I thought this was so cute and I absolutely had to pick it up for 50 cents. So I'm sorry this will not be for sale. I'm actually amassing a lot of these like frames, like the gold gilt frames for teeny art because I'm starting to paint little teeny art. I kind of gave you guys a preview of like my practice stuff a few videos ago. You know, it's a work in progress, but I feel like I gotta start small before I get bigger and do stuff on big canvas. But this is one of those pieces that I can't wait to get a piece of art in. So a couple of regrets that I picked up, and it's not a huge deal because it's not like I overspent on the pieces, but every once in a while you bring something home and you'll be like, oh shoot, why did I bring that home? That was, you know, it didn't turn out how you expected. And this is one of those pieces. I thought this was a bag, like a really cute woven bag, and guess what? There's a hole in the bottom. Like it goes all the way through. So it is not a bag. It is, I think maybe was going to be a bag, but the person didn't like finish it off. So I think I probably could like do a running stitch down, you know, like the front here and like seal it off, because otherwise I'm not sure exactly what it would have been. Some people are like, oh, maybe it's for like a lantern or a light, but no, it looks like a woven bag. So anyways, if you know of any other use for this, let me know. Or if you've ever like done this project and completed it, like do you just sew it at the bottom and that's it? It was only $3, so it's not like I like wasted a ton of money, but these are the types of things I bring home. Like, shoot, I thought it was like gonna be a turnkey thing, and here I am having a project on my hands. So that stuff happens, so I wanna let people be aware. Every once in a while, you won't necessarily pick up something you're thrilled with when you get it back home. So another thing I'm kind of like, why did I bring this home? Was this giant, huge vessel. Now, you guys might be thinking, Andi, it's a brass bowl. Of course you're gonna like it, but guess what? This is not brass. This is silver. So fortunately at the estate sale in the basement where I unearthed this behemoth, it was definitely like warm toned lighting. And because this has some patina, you can even see, it looks brass on screen, at least like in my view, and it's not. It's actually definitely silver. So to clean a silver beast like this, it's gonna take a lot of polish. Unless there's an easy way to clean silver that I am not aware of, that doesn't involve like the silver polish or cloths that is stinky and it takes a long time. I'm like brass, I feel like is so easy. It's like vinegar, a little bit of Bon Ami, like the powder stuff, and like boom, you're done. Where like silver, I don't know. If you have a good way to clean silver that's not labor intensive, please let me know in the comments. So this was only, let me see, $8.50. So it's not like I lost a ton of money on it. And I feel like it's something that someone might want. I'm just not sure I want to spend the time to clean it. Maybe I'm being dramatic. I don't know. So this is one of those things that I was just like, in hindsight, I would not have picked up. Okay, so let's get back on the things I'm excited about. So I got a ton of boxes. Like I mentioned in my last haul, it was like filled to the brim with boxes. And this one I was super excited about because all these small pieces are actually individual inlay. That is not painted, it is inlay. And I absolutely adore these types of boxes. I mean, on the side here, I've sold these before, they usually do well. And this one has kind of like the mother of pearl details in it too. It's just stunning. It was $7, so it's a wood box with all the inlay, and it's really, lovely inside. Super thrilled about this piece because I always pick these up when I find them. So I also got 3 carved wood boxes, which I think are totally beautiful. I think these all may have been made in Poland because they look very similar. This one I think is absolutely adorable. It's green and carved wood. It was only $6.50. This does say made in Poland in the back. I just thought it was so cute. So cute. Really pretty box. This will probably, I might list this on Etsy because I think it could do well because of the daisies. I think it's really lovely. And then this one I really like too because I like the flowers on it and I like the square size and it's just like has detail for days. This one was $13.50. This is a little bit more. But boxes have been selling well for me, so that's why I felt like I could pick them up. And then I just, I love boxes and I just could say no. This one I felt like was a little bit of a gamble because it was red hearts, but I thought it was really, really cute. Again, this was $6.50, so I thought for $6.50 I could bring it home. This will be something I'll probably take to a market with me. I don't know how this type would do because of all the hearts, because it's not, red's not for everybody and hearts aren't for everybody, so a red heart box, I'm like, But I mean, for Valentine's Day decor, which is like the obvious, use of this, how cute would that be for Valentine's? Like for kids, like if you had kiddos or grandkids, you're like, write your Valentines, put them in a box, then we'll read them all as a family. I don't know, that probably sounds very cheesy. But that's the other reason why I picked this up. It's like, that moment would be really cute. And my son's getting the age where he can, will start to learn how to write and read. And so I'm like, that could be kind of fun. So, okay, now I've talked myself into it. So I may have to keep it. I don't know. This is what happens. Like, you get down this path where you're like, start a story of how you could use it, and the next thing you know, you're keeping it. So anyways, I don't know what I've been doing with this yet, but I thought it was really cute, so I had to get it. So a huge ceramic piece that I picked up, and again, this is something, in hindsight, I'm not sure what to grab, but in the moment, I was like, because this was actually very expensive. This was the most expensive thing I think I picked up. It was $39. It's huge. Now what made me pick it up is on the back it has the stamping right here. And this particular ceramics company has very valuable pottery. And so I just did the name. I should have done like the actual piece when I was there, like looked up the actual item to see what it was going for. I just looked up the name of the like ceramics company and saw like, oh my God, the comps on those pieces are really good. This piece may be good. Now I sent it to my friend Blaine, who owns Tiny Brambles downtown. He has a pottery contact, and he's also very knowledgeable about mid-century pottery, vintage pottery, just collectible pottery in general. And I'm like, are you familiar with this manufacturer? And he's like, yes. And I'm like, I got this. I have no idea if it's worth anything. So he contacted the person he knows who like kind of specializes in it. And the guy said, this is not as desirable as some of the other pieces that I saw, but it could go for over $100. Now this beast is heavy. So in the end, it won't be necessarily a good flip if I were to sell this on Etsy because it is so huge and so heavy. But I think in person, it actually could do more than what I got it for. Will it be like a huge flip? I don't know. I'm also kind of tempted to keep it because It is awesome. I actually had it on my dining table for a second. I was like, oh, this is a great piece to just put stuff in. You know, one of those pieces that just corral all your junk. So I'm like, oh, maybe I should keep it for myself. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. This is something that in hindsight, I probably wouldn't have picked up given the price, but it is still stunning. So I don't like totally regret it because I feel like there's something to it. But anyways, if you're familiar with this particular pottery brand, it's called Fulper, F-U-L-P-E-R. Let me know because I'd be interested in your take on this piece too. So moving on to some art. So this piece I picked up, it is of the Three Sisters Mountains. So if you're local, you know where these are. They're in more Eastern Oregon. It was $20. So it was a little bit more than I usually would spend, but that's because, you know, it's framed, it's cute and small, and it's of the Three Sister Mountains, which is very local. Anyone local will be familiar and excited to have this on their wall. A lot of people have climbed this mountain. And of course I've gone on vacation with views of these mountains. So anyways, I thought the $20 was like worth spending because it's art design and it's, you know, just significant to me locally. So not a painting, but also very cute are these embroidered birds on this black velvet. I thought it was adorable. It was only $2.50. Which I thought was really, really good. Now the frame is like a hard plastic gold, but these are really ornately, like rather intricately done. I just thought it was like they were lovely and moody, and for $2.50 I had to get them. You know, usually embroidery stuff, you know, does well for me. And I was just watching another reseller, and she was saying, this is Amanda from Amanda's Mercantile. If you're not watching her channel, you should. I'm sure you guys are. She was saying that she's seen an uptick in like needlepoint, embroidery, and interest in that. So, you know, for $2.50, I feel like, you know, I had to give it a go. And more birds, like, I don't know what it was, but I picked up a lot of bird stuff on this trip. I thought this was stunning. I absolutely fell in love with it. This is only $12.50, a gold wooden frame with the sweetest little bird scene. And I love the pastel colors. I mean, oh, it was so, so pretty. Now this is one I was like, ooh, I kind of want to keep this for my gallery wall, especially like the size, like long and narrow like this. You just don't see this very often. So I don't know, man. I mean, this is one of those things, again, that I could talk myself into very quickly, but I'll probably list it for sale. I think probably on Etsy first, and then if not, if it doesn't sell by then, I'll probably bring it to one of the markets that I'm gonna be doing. Okay, so now on to two big pieces of art. So this one was $8.50, which was crazy, and it's this really cool gold etching. It's framed, it's on black. I thought it was absolutely awesome. It is huge, absolutely huge. And I found it in a bathroom. So it was in the bathroom. So always go in the bathrooms, people, at estate sales, because you never know what you're gonna find. Oh, another thing that I've already sold that I don't think, I have not packed it. Oh, here it is. Sorry, I digress. I'll get back to this. Well, I'm thinking about it, I also got this awesome Picasso book that already sold, like right away. I got it for, how much? I think it was $3. Yeah, I took the sticker off because duh, I already listed it, so I had to photograph it, obviously without the price tag. There's $3.50 and I sold it for $35. So Picasso book does really well. Luckily, one of my reselling friends saw me in line and I was telling her like, oh yeah, I picked up a Picasso book. She's like, good job, we just sold that for $35. So I was like, boom, $35, that's what I'm gonna list it for. So really excited to see this go so quickly. It's sold because I posted on Instagram. I really want to keep it. I mean, I already sold it, so they're gonna have it, but I really wanted to keep it because it has like all the very cool, you know, Picasso original pictures. But yeah, art, like picture books like this, like coffee table books, do really well, and there's a market for them. So if you see them at estate sales, you probably should pick them up. Okay, so back to this piece again, and remember, like, always go through the bathroom because these were found in the bathroom at that estate sale. This piece, I'm not sure if I'm gonna bring it to the market or my booth. I'm not gonna list this on Etsy. I do not want to ship this at all. Now, I am willing to like sell it to anyone local. So if you're local and you like it, you know, we can always like, you know, do, you know, the transaction over like Venmo or something. And then, you know, we can meet, you know, or you can pick it up. So anyways, this is something that I haven't decided how I'm going to sell it yet because it is so big. But for $8.50, I had to get it. So the last piece of art I got is this absolutely incredible original painting. Now, this was actually same price as that giant ceramic bowl that I got. This was $39. And when I saw it, I think the reason why a lot of people passed on it is they thought it was like an art print because this is actually a famous a piece of art, like this is actually a famous painting that someone redid, which I always think that is really, really cool when people do that. And so I thought this was amazing. I mean, the detail on it is very, very good. I'm sure not as good as the original master who painted it. But I thought it was very cool. It has this moody look to it. The framing on it is really good. And yeah, I couldn't pass it up. I mean, for original painting of a replica for $39, it's like, I'm bringing it home. So this is another piece I am very tempted to keep. This is not at all like matching my decor in my room, of my house. But I just like, when do you come across this? And there's certain things that I feel like, I think future Andi might like this. And this is one of those pieces. Like, what if I change my decor in 10 years and this is like the best piece that would have fit and I sold it? And it was only $39 when I bought it. I don't know. So we will see what I do with this. But yeah, I thought it was awesome. I mean, if you like it and you want it, let me know and I might be persuaded. But, I'm in the business of letting things go, but sometimes it can be really hard. But this piece, I was just like, this is amazing, and it had to come home. Okay, so 2 more things I did not show you. A puzzle box that I got from my husband, which I'll put some footage on the screen, and then also a giant basket, luckily, that I picked up that I was able to corral all my stuff, and then a stand I got for my upcoming market, so I'll put that footage on the screen too. So of course my battery died before I could give you a proper closeout. So anyways, thank you again for watching. I'm gonna do like a slow pan around of each of the items that I showcased today, just because I know some of you are just like, I want to see more of a close-up, because I'm very fast on camera. I know I get very excited to show you guys the stuff and move on to the next thing. So I will give you like a slow motion pan around so you can see all the details. And again, thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Take care.